Yeah, you know what time it is. No scripts, no filters, no fear. We said what we said and meant that. Off the record. Off the record, yeah, we keep it real, real, real. No filter shit, we say what we feel. Politics, stories, truth on display. Come on, we talk that talk in our own way. Off the record, minion the God, let's go. Foxy 2 Roxy 3, she go hard.
I swear on everything, that is exactly what he said right here in the studio.
That is the funniest thing I have heard all week.
So hard, busy with the facts she never miss. I said what I said, that's the twist. Off the record, yeah, come and catch the vibe. Where real ones talk and the truth survive. Late night truth, we don't just speak. We pull the roots from what they keep. From pain to progress, we light the flame. No spin, no script, we call it by name. Minion bring the vision, Foxy bring the flame. Lizzie drop a cease, it'll never be the same. I said what I said, say it loud, no shame. We taking truth global, remember the name. No apologies, no disguise. Just soul and purpose in our eyes. We move with power, bold and free. Say it loud, you gon' feel this energy. Energy, energy, yeah. Energy, yeah. Energy, yeah. Off the record, uncut and raw. You say the things you wish you saw. I said what I said, Foxy, Lizzie, Minion, the guys. This the realest show you ever saw. Off the record. We said what we said. Off the record. Yeah. Yeah. We said what we said. The record.
Hey, what's good, everybody? It is your boy Minion with Opinion, aka Minion the God, along with my two lovely co-hosts. I said what I said, and Foxy 2, Roxy 3, and this is Off the Record. I hope y'all ready. How y'all doing, ladies?
Hey, everybody. I'm doing great. You act like you couldn't get them haze out. Are you all right?
Oh yeah, I was trying to make sure I wasn't on mute.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, now you
I
like you
usually
struggling today, but yeah, I'm doing great. How's everybody doing today? And welcome to the Off the Record show. And we're glad that you guys can join us.
absolutely Fox.
Hello, everyone. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. It's almost Christmas. Next Thursday will be Christmas. So I'm glad everyone's here so we can start off the pre-Christmas specials.
Oh yeah. And you know what? I think this is going to be a gift to a lot of people. So you know what? I think I might need to go ahead and dress appropriately for the occasion. So let me go ahead and I think since we have some gifts that we're giving out today, I'm going to be Santa Claus today, y'all. Ho, ho, ho. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. So I hope y'all ready. And I hope y'all click that like button because we're going to get into some things. But before we do get into it, I guess I said what I said. You want to do the honors?
Sure. Let me go ahead and greet everybody. Okay, it looked like we have the Real Brown family, the Real Brown family house, family chronicles. I'm sorry. Hello to you and happy Sunday. Thank you for joining us today. We look like we have a let's talk about it all. She said, "Hey, boo," and hello to you, ma'am. Happy Sunday. And we have Faith Say Ray, and happy Sunday to you, and thank you for being here today. Allegedly just came in. Hey, sis. Hey, happy Sunday, and thank you for joining us.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for being here in the building. We definitely appreciate y'all being here. As y'all can see, we are going to be talking about the commander and thief. I mean, the commander in chief. The what you call him? I said what I said. The
Agent,
orange
Agent
agent,
Orange, Agent
agent
Orange.
orange.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Agent Orange. Hey to you, Greg Robertson. Thank you for joining us. Happy Sunday.
What's good, everybody? What's up? Y'all, so we gonna be talking about this guy right here, and you know what? I'm inclined to believe that these videos are 100% real. I mean, we saw that the newspaper had came out with a lot of these videos. Now, I did get a lot of this content from Facebook and Twitter. So we're going to be going over a lot of stuff today. We're going to be going over his past, and then we're going to be talking about the administration, that crazy ass photo shoot that they just did with the Vanity Fair. So we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to be debunking some stuff because I said what I said, wanted us to talk about Nick Fuentes. So we are introducing Nick Fuentes into the conversation today. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I hope y'all are ready. I hope y'all press that like button. And do you have anything to say before we get into this show? Because I think we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, I wanted to say, why not bring Nick Fuentes in here? He's going to be part of this shit show next year also, you know. And so at the end of the day, we want to make sure we include everybody, and we don't want to leave no child left behind.
Absolutely. And I'm so glad that she introduced Nick Fuentes, because today we are going to be debunking a whole bunch of stuff, but we're going to get to that. Y'all hit that like button. Let's get into it. Foxy, you want to say something to the people before we get into this crazy show?
Look, all I want to do is just let's view what the orange man is capable of doing, past and present.
Past and present. Okay, let's get into it, guys.
You probably know he had a scalp reduction because he had the same male pattern model that we all have. He had his scalp moved in system.
All right, so y'all, we just gonna start off, just a little clowning. But I don't know if y'all knew, maybe it's his common knowledge, but Donald Trump had his scalp reduced so that he could reduce the size of his forehead. I guess this was before like hair transplant surgery. So this man, do you think that may be the reason why he has a hunch in his back?
Well, I don't know if that's the reason about the hunch, but it makes sense of why he say the things that he say now. You know, maybe they did a little bit more than just taking some of that scalp out, in my opinion.
Hmm, that may be. So, guys, this is an old interview that Jeffrey Jeffrey Epstein had did back in the day. That was resurfaced again. I got a lot of this stuff from Twitter. So, this is from the Daily Beast show with Michael Wolff. If y'all want to check out the more extended clip, you guys can definitely do that. All right, but let's go to the next part. Let's get into some of the real stuff, some of the stuff that's probably disgusting. So y'all also, parental guidance is a parental advisory. All right, y'all. Let's listen to I Said What I Said introduced this to us, and this is actually a really good clip because it really highlights what Donald Trump is doing to these families. Don't you think? I said what I said.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's definitely breaking up families. And maybe they're gonna get ready to come back together because it seems like MAGA's having a big fight right now. And so maybe some of these families can mend back together. But I ran across this family on another site, right? And they're talking about the kids are not MAGA, and the parents are MAGA. So the kids are trying to reason with with the parents. They're having just, regular conversation with the parents, and really just trying to get the parents to see, their views or what have you, and to see things that, their way. And it seems like the parents are not budging. Okay, they don't drunk the orange Kool-Aid, and there's no going back for the parents. And you're going to be shocked of the conversation that they have, and you'll just see how far gone some people are when it comes to supporting Agent Orange. And at the end of the day, I don't mind anybody supporting whoever they feel like it's the best for them. But listen, Linda, I'm not gonna go on board with things that are not legal. So if this was Joe Biden or President Obama, if they were in the White House and they were doing some of the things that Agent Orange is doing, aka Trump, um, I wouldn't support them either, because I'm all about what's right and following the law. And when you start veering, and start blurring the lines, then that's when I'm gonna get, that's when I'm gonna jump off board. And so basically, like I said, these kids are having a conversation with their parents, and the kids are adults. Okay, it looked like they're in their early, late 20s, early 30s, something of that nature, but they're just trying to have a conversation with their parents and just listen to the banter that they're having, and you'll see why a lot of families are broken up, because a lot of people that support Agent Orange, they're kind of like in, quote unquote a cult. It's like they're almost in a cult, and they
Absent
can't
of
see
critical
any.
thinking, right? Like
Yeah,
they don't want
absent of critical thinking.
to.
Yeah, and it's like they can't think for themselves.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And big shout out to Ralph Perry for the 199 super chat. We appreciate that. And then also, um, we want to know the same thing, Ralph. Why are we letting Trump put his name on everything and act like there's nothing that we can do about it? Like, you know, it's Trump. We just gotta let him do it. All right, y'all. Let's get into it. Before I do get into it, do you think we should highlight some of these comments so they don't pile up, or
Yeah, I've been highlighting them. The good,
oh,
the ones that agree and the ones that don't agree, because we don't mind nobody being in the chat. We don't have a problem with that, but we just ask you to be respectful of our show, and be respectful to the chat and to the host, to the panel. But you're more than welcome to put whatever comment you want to put in here. Just make sure you don't make it personal. That's all. We got Gregory Robinson saying to impeach Trump, please. Jonathan said that it's a total lie. Ralph say Jesus save riderships Trump. I don't know what that means. And proud American, and all those Democrats working with Epstein to try to make Trump look bad, crazy man. Okay. And Jonathan said that you're a liar. Stan Dirk say Adolf Trump and MAGA are a cult and a terrorist organization. Trump is number one.
oh wow, okay.
Yeah. Jesus says 777 idol worship is a sin, idiot. You're an AI person. No, we're actually real. We just have our animes. We just have our animes cartoons up here, but yeah, we're
We
we're
don't
real
mind
people.
being AI if you want to think that we are AI people. If that's how
Skirt
you
crap.
want to look at us, we don't mind that.
Oh my goodness, you play way too much. Marlene English say name Carly G is the speaker, has no respect, all hate. And let's see here. Hey Jay Blake, thank you for being here today. Happy Sunday, sister. She said that they're a cult. MAGA is a cult. Jonathan said we have I'm a foul mouth liar. Okay. Well, we're just bringing receipts, Jonathan. Don't hate the game, hate the
We're
player.
not the ones saying
Yeah,
it, right? We're
yeah,
actually bringing receipts today. So
yeah. So these are not our words. These are we're going by what what man is saying on tape. Okay, and so we have CKJ in the house. Happy Sunday, CKJ. Thank you for being
what's
here.
good?
And let's see if we got any more comments because it looked like some of them are just kind of redundant. Hey to you,
Okay.
Janice. Thank you for being here today. Happy
What's
Sunday.
up,
Happy
Cleo?
Sunday to you, Honda's Shade Tree. And
That's
Juan
right.
Hernandez. He say, why do you think bashing our president is okay? Well, we're not bashing him. We're just playing the
Presenting the
tape.
facts.
We're presenting the facts. And at the end of the day, Juan, everybody's entitled to their own opinions. Okay. We don't
Trump,
mind you guys.
president or not,
Yeah,
we are still entitled to free speech and to have our own opinion about who y'all elected for president.
that part. And Patriot Container say Trump is Captain America cleaning up Democrats' mess. Okay. Thea say you were breaking up your own families. It wasn't strong in the first place.
Well, let's take a look at what
Yeah,
with that
let's
message.
stop going. Well, hey Glenn, let me just speak to everybody. Hey
Okay,
Glenn,
okay.
Trump is getting these stupid people up in the streets like to kill people and drug people. Jay Blake say they trolling. Is it anybody? I want to make sure that I speak to everybody. Yeah, Nestos, we got a lot of trolls in the house. As long as they're being respectful, let them stay in here. And if not, just time them out. So Mr. Melancholy say laughing my ass off. He makes himself look bad. And did they look at the files? They are all blocked out exactly like I knew I knew they were gonna be. However, Dems will put pedo Dems in prison. Y'all want to stand up for them. Okay, whatever. Dan says I called ICE on my neighbor for blasting R. Kelly. His lying ass told cops it was Keith Sweat. Dan trolling for real. Hey
Yeah, they
Vaughn, the
trolling.
madam,
They
thank you
trolling.
for joining
What's
us
up,
today.
Vaughn?
Hey,
Do we have
Vaughn.
any-
And please don't put curse words in the chat, please. Just be creative with your language. If you want to curse, just kind of be creative with the way you spell it. And so CKJ say I'm a socialist and I agree to appear on a fellow quantitative research student Australian YouTube channel, and I keep my word. Thank you. Thanks for something. I can't see what's going on.
Thanks for asking.
Thanks for asking,
He was
Kim.
telling-
Oh, okay.
He was talking
Okay.
to somebody in the chat.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, yeah, something going on where I couldn't see the rest of his the new chat is coming up. So I think I've spoke to everybody pretty much. Hey Casey. It looked like everybody's been addressed. Mark, Byron. Yeah. Okay. So welcome in, guys. Welcome everybody.
If we miss you, we're gonna get you on the next one, okay? All right, let's go.
No, it's because you're in a cult.
What if Donald Trump says, I want you to carpet bomb Oklahoma City, everyone? You think the Air Force should carry that out?
Yes.
There might be a reason. We don't know.
This is insane.
You cannot be this stupid. Jeez.
First off, y'all heard that. Like, yeah, there might be a reason. Let them shoot first and ask questions later.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
well.
my. This podcast was going well until that.
You just said it's cool to be levels Oklahoma. You're like, yeah, it. There must be a reason. Like, you literally can't be that dumb.
You know what the problem is? Mom and I don't believe he'll ever blow up Oklahoma because we're on his side and so's the whole state.
No, it's because you're in a cult.
You guys are worried and afraid because you live in a state where it might happen.
Okay, let's theoretically say that does happen. Let's say Trump sends in the Marines to Los Angeles, California, and let's say I'm out going to see a movie on a weekend, and he says, go into that shopping mall.
Under a truck.
Quiet, Piggy. He says, go into that shopping mall and everyone you see. And let's say I get gunned down by the Marines for just being at a mall.
Okay, number one,
All for
let's just take
Okay,
it one
Dad,
step
wait a minute,
further.
Mom, wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Dad
Wait,
just
wait.
hang
Wait, y'all see that? Is this all for it?
Yeah.
No
So
hesitation.
yeah, and I don't know if he's trolling his son or if he's being serious. I hope he's just trolling him. I really do, because he just said that him and mom didn't believe that he would, blow up Oklahoma. So hopefully dad is this guy is trolling his son, hopefully. But at the end of the day, even with trolling, a normal
On a
parent,
public platform, you gonna troll
yeah,
your son and say that you
that is
okay with Trump taking your son's life?
right.
That's insane.
Yeah, because now a normal parent would be like, wait, hold up. Now you're going too far. Because when you start talking about your own, you're going to start protecting your own. And so it look like these kids ain't got no protection when it comes to their parents and whatever Agent Orange want to do for them, to them.
It's crazy. Let me play this last little part and we can finish our commentary.
on, Mom.
Oh,
No, it's because you're in a
Down by the Marines for just being at a mall.
Okay, number one,
All for
let's just take
Okay,
it one
Dad,
step
wait a minute,
further.
Mom, wait 1 second. Wait
All
1 second.
for it.
Dad
Wait,
just
wait.
hang on, Mom. Dad, you just said you are for Donald Trump murdering me for no reason, and you would support that.
if he walks into a mall to people with military,
There has to be a reason.
there's a reason, and I'm all for it. And the people in Los Angeles, California, are as deserving of execution as the assholes in New York City. You're all communists.
Oh,
That's his.
wow. Oh, wow. So you don't care if anybody get killed. If they're not on Trump's side or whatever he feels that is right, we all die. Wow. Now that's a mind blower.
Well, these ain't just anybody though. These are his kids. That's what's taking me out. Is these are your children, your blood, your family, and you don't mind someone just taking them out because they just wake up and decide that that's what they want to do? Come on now.
Right. Just on the whim. You don't even know the reason yet that he done took your son out. You just said, there just must be a reason. As long as there is a reason, you ain't got to tell me what the reason is. Just let me know that there was a reason, Trump. As long as you tell me that there was a reason, I'm good. You ain't even got to tell me what the reason is.
I'm like, I'm just still here with my mouth wide open. I'm trying to rationalize in my mind somebody that feels that this person is a god enough that you allow him to kill your children and feel nothing about it. I'm just blown. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, he robbing us blind and nobody feel no way about that either, but I'm gonna digress on that part of it.
Oh, they starting to feel some type of way about it now. But we about to get into this next clip.
And the thing is, they don't realize he was like, where the military ain't gonna do that. But if they go against him, they get martial law against them. They don't realize the severity of what the military go through if they say no to this man. They are court-martial behind this. If they say no, we're not going to do it, they get court-martial. They can't just say, okay, well, I'm a Marine or I'm a Army or whatever. And I don't feel like that he's, what he's saying is right, so I ain't going to do it. No, they get court-martial and they go to, they get in trouble for it big time. They go before JAG with all of that. So, these people don't understand what the military go through when they at the mercy of somebody who say, if I want them to kill somebody, they got to do it. Regardless of how they feel, they got to do it.
And that is not actually the law, because that's isn't that in the workbook?
It is okay. If a military is like court martial, they go to jail. It's against the law for them to go up against the commander in chief. If they go up against anybody that's overranking them, they could get in trouble for court martial. They don't understand the severity of the crime that they would have, that they would be at a level of. It's not like
Right.
us.
What about the oath not to follow unlawful orders, though?
That's it. That's the thing. That is the oath. They have to obey that oath. When they walk in there, you swear in. They got to obey that oath of, and people that's not been in the military or don't have, military family members that tell them about that. They don't understand what they go through. And they can get court-martialed, they can go to prison, and the military prison ain't like the regular prison out here. And they don't understand what what freedom they have.
I
And
think they think that, as long as they play along and move the agenda forward, they're going to be protected. So it doesn't really matter what the law says right now. The law is going to change as long as they continue to be steadfast in their support of their cult leader, Donald Trump. And, this is, I mean, guys, just remember everything that we say is allegedly, but that's just how I feel. Look.
you got to think about they lose their ranks. They strip back down. Think about you got a soldier that went up and became a colonel or a sergeant or a staff sergeant or got certain ranks in the military, and they work hard to get there. And they say, I don't feel comfortable doing what he's telling me to do. I'm not just going to go out here and start shooting up civilians for no reason. And if that person go against them, they could get court-martialed. And that means they lose their rank. They are in prison. They got to pay a fine. It's a lot that goes with it. It's just not you going to jail and locked up and you get some time. They go through a whole lot of procedures with it. And it tears up their they lie. Then when they come out, they don't get the 21 gun salute. They don't get the flag. They don't get the military burial thing that they have, because them being in there so long. They lose everything that they work hard for. And people don't realize that the military are not here as little pawns on the chessboard. These people this is their real lives. This is something that they're fighting hard for us to have the freedom to say the things we say.
And sir, we're not saying that Trump has ordered my pronouns. We never said that Trump told anybody to shoot anybody. I guess you're a little late. We just watched the video, and we're talking about the video and about the military following lawful orders of the grifter in chief. If he decide we're giving a scenario out. If the grifter in chief told them to do something unlawful, we're letting everyone know what the consequences are by following unlawful orders. So I just want to kind of catch you up on the show, since you're thinking we're out here throwing out conspiracies.
No, we don't do that.
Right.
No, we're not.
Now
no.
the next one
I'm
is
just
gonna be
letting you
kind
know.
of. The next one,
I
I'm
just want to
sorry,
correct
y'all.
them. I was just letting you know the penalty of it. It's the level of penalty that they receive in regards to that, if that was a case scenario. I didn't say it was. If it was a case scenario where where the parents were saying if he sends them in there to shoot up people, oh well, then they must have did something wrong. I'm just letting them know what the military has to do and what they have to go through, if that happens. So you go ahead with the show. I'm sorry.
No, you good. You good. I was just gonna say the next thing that we're talking about may be kind of conspiratory, but it is. It looks like this woman did her research, so I'm inclined to believe that there's some weight to what she's talking about. So that's the reason why I brought it on, so we can all kind of look at it together and react to it together. And y'all
And
let me know what y'all think.
and hey,
What you,
Mr. CL to you too. How you doing today, sir? Happy Sunday.
what's good, Mr.
And
LC to you, Mr. LC?
y'all don't forget to hit the like button as you come in. So please hit the like button and subscribe to the channels, to the Menu with the Opinion channel, I Said What I Said channel, and Foxy 2 Roxy 3 channel, as well as our OTR live show channel, because pretty soon we're going to start doing all of these shows on the OTR live show. We're just trying to get everybody, we're just trying to get enough subscribers so we can start going live on that channel only. But yeah, do us a favor and hit the like button and share the live out if you're enjoying the content.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. So, y'all, we about to get into the next part of the show. And this one, like I said, is going to be kind of conspiratory. So it's going to be like, all right. So let's get into this one because y'all are going to probably have y'all jaws on the floor, even the people who are supporting MAGA. Look, they don't even want to play the video. What? Yo, ain't
Well,
that crazy?
hey Cherokee, thanks for being here. Happy Sunday while you play that video. I don't know. It played a while ago, so I don't know why
Oh, here you
why I don't
go.
want to play
Here you
now.
go.
Okay,
Because
user
what do
error.
you mean? Trump started his sketchy modeling agency where he would bring underage models into the US to work illegally on travel visas right after he became BFFs with Diddy. And no one is reporting on it. Let's start with a little history as to why this timing is especially sketchy. It is the 90s and Trump is in debt and everyone knows it. But then creditors start valuing his brand out of nowhere and his finances start improving. But what was Trump doing during this time? If you guessed that he struck a business deal hosting and sponsoring parties with teenage girls who were as young as 14 and the average age being 15 for rich old men, you would be right. He hosted Look of the Year on large private yachts and in his Plaza Hotel, where teenage girls danced around in dresses and miniskirts for rich old men for their chance to win a contract with the world's then leading modeling agency, Elite Model Management, run by John Casablancas. And you might be thinking, how would this boost his brand alone? Well, the parties were used as a way for the rich old men to engage in schmexual relationships with the contestants. And Casablancas wasn't the only one Trump was hosting and sponsoring parties for. Trump asked American Dream Calendar Girls beauty contest owner to organize a party with his pageant finalists, saying he would invite modeling agencies and prospective sponsors. But
So, guys, just so y'all can understand where she's going, so because she's talking a little fast, basically what she's saying is that Trump used these modeling agencies, his way to connect modeling agencies as a way to connect, to me, it sounds like with young females.
the only other guest who was invited was Jeffrey Epstein. And then what starts to happen? Rappers start dropping Trump's name about how he was the personification of wealth and luxury, which significantly helped boost his brand. Even though his finances said otherwise, and so did the newspapers, Trump knew that no one would care about your finances if you provided rich and powerful men with young, impressionable teen models at lavish parties. And then he really started getting his name dropped in raps around 1998. And what happened that year? He became good friends with Diddy and started going to all of his parties. And then the next year, he started, surprise, surprise, a modeling agency, where Diddy's favorite party guest, Leonardo DiCaprio, gushed to the Donald saying, wow, one-stop date shopping. What a concept. And Trump would not only fly in underage aspiring models, have them come into the US on a tourist visa and work illegally, which is hilarious since he talks so much about illegal immigrants being the downfall of America. He also would get his top models H-1B visas, which he constantly campaigns to get rid of. But he would have models go to every event of his as props and arm candy, and while doing this, he charged them outrageous amounts to live in horrible apartments while paying them nothing. And they couldn't work for anyone else because they signed a contract stating that wasn't allowed. And you might be thinking, how was this never investigated? Senator Barbara Boxer called to federal authorities to investigate Trump model management for alleged labor and immigration violations, but then Trump won the presidency and Trump model management closed in 2017. And if you didn't think all of that was bad enough, a little under a year ago, one of Trump's models, who was of course an immigrant from Spain, filed a lawsuit against fashion photographer Terry Richardson and Trump model management. She was recruited by the Trump agency in 2004. The agency sent her to be interviewed by Mr. Richardson, where he wore only a robe to the meeting. She reported the encounter to the Trump agency, but they said it was commonplace behavior and should be overlooked, and then booked her a photo shoot. At the photo shoot, she was drugged by a beverage where she felt dizzy and disoriented, and Mr. Richardson essayed her while his assistant took pictures. Doesn't that sound familiar? Trump agency ignored her concerns again and sent her to another photo shoot with him, where he did the exact same thing. And then he used the photos in an exhibit. And as someone who has worked with booking models, the agency knew what he was doing. They approved that photo shoot. And side note, after closing his modeling agency while he was president, Trump trademarked Trump Escorts. in China. So let's be so for real right now. If you are outraged about everything that Diddy did and everything that Epstein did, but not what Trump did, they are all connected. They are all doing the same things across many industries and working with each other to do them and getting away with it because they are rich and powerful. And it will keep happening unless we hold people accountable for what they are doing.
Well, shit, that was a lot.
Yeah, baby, that was a whole earful. So that's the relationship that Diddy and Trump had together. I just thought maybe because they were both from New York, they just kind of, and they both, were in the public's eye.
Ran around the same circles,
Yeah,
right?
I just thought they was palling around, but I didn't know they was palling around and doing business. And how dare you treat these, beauty pageants? Back in the day, it used to be young girls in the beauty pageants, and one of them make a complaint to you, and you tell her that's just normal, and then you go and do the same thing to her. Come on now, So I'm just kind of glad that all of this stuff is coming to the forefront a day later and a dollar short. However, because in my opinion, all of this should have been going on. We should have known this right after he left office. I do hold the Biden. Well, I can't hold the Biden administration accountable for that because the investigation with Epstein and Ghislaine was still going on, and so people want to know why Biden didn't release the files. He couldn't release the file because it was an ongoing investigation. The reason why the files were released now is because Congress agreed to release the files, and we shouldn't even had to have Congress agreeing to releasing the files because Agent Orange could have released the files on day one. He's always, he campaigned on releasing the files. He's always said he was interested in what's going on with the files, and then when he do release the files, it's nothing but blank ink. It's nothing but blank pages.
He could have kept that.
Yeah, so even
we
with
gonna
the
go
blank
over
pages,
what we gonna go over what we was able to scrape through what we
well,
thought
at the
was
end of the
pretty
day,
much
Congress,
the best.
I mean, they could put all the blank pages they want. They can put all the blank pages they want to, but you gonna have everything. It's gonna be leaked. Okay,
Gonna come
Congress is
out.
gonna leak it. The House is gonna leak it. They have the files because the Epstein estate sent Congress the original files. And just this weekend, someone said the news is reporting that they went back after they released the files and took 16 more pictures out because they made some mistakes when they was trying to do all the redacting. And
They didn't
so,
take everything of Trump out. They forgot to take everything of Trump out.
and he's not going to be able to hide from this. You can run, but you can't hide. Grifter in chief, aka Agent Orange.
yeah. And
all I can say about this is wow. All I can say is this is wow because it's so much in here that we haven't even got to the. Hi Trina, we haven't even got to the depth of it yet. But more will come, and see how many of his followers will continue to believe that everything is fake. I mean, you got to understand, everything in life is not fake. People, come on. I mean, if you see the pictures, I can understand if y'all think everything is AI, but not everything is AI. Not everything is AI. Not So come on, there got to be some truth in there somewhere. Everybody has a past. Everybody's past. Everybody on here, in the chat, in your own lives, friends, family, everybody has a past that they're not happy with. So to sit back and lie about it instead of coming up front and saying, look, this is what's happening. This is what I done. This is what I did. Okay, I'm not proud about it, but I did it. So I'm trying to make a better life for myself. That would be even better than to sit back and lie and claim it never happened when you got videos and tapes and pictures of what you did. You can't go. People can't be that blind. Stevie Wonder can see it.
Well, I want to know why they recorded everything. I mean, that's how brass and bold and emboldened they were to even put it all on film. I guess they didn't learn from the Nixon administration not to tape anything.
They thought they was invincible.
Yeah, they thought they were invincible because he was on that island, so they just thought they would never get touched. But no one could have ever thought that the American public was going to get as smart as they are. They never thought about social media forming and about all of this stuff getting out, because if they did, there's no way he would have had all of those files. What, he got over 35,000 files?
Hundreds of thousands of files is what they
Hundreds of
say.
thousands. Oh, okay, hundreds of
Yeah,
thousands. Okay.
yeah.
And so,
And
just
what's up, Trina?
yeah, to be that bold though, to just, get the evidence of it is crazy to me. It's
What she
crazy.
say? That's why.
Oh, let me put it back up here for you.
That's why Epstein dead. Too many people in power on Epstein Island. Exactly. He knew too much. This was the second time Epstein was convicted on sex crimes. They could not slap him on the wrist this time. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And he probably was threatening to let the cat out the bag, you know. And what's up, Sheena B and Vaughn? What's good, Vaughn?
But you got to understand, back like I said what I said. Back then they didn't have social media like they do now. So a lot of that stuff, remember back in the day, somebody might threaten somebody that I got a video of you, and you never, it just go out to that person or the people that they associate with. Now because of social media, it's all over the world. So and they keep saying that all this is fake news, but evidently it must not been too fake of a news when you got a print, what was it? The over there in France, he was dethroned. He was a prince and he got dethroned, for this Epstein issue. So, it ain't too fake. So people, come on, look at it.
A lot of people resign. All types of shit happened since these Epstein files came out. So it ain't no Epstein hoax. But with a cult following, they believe anything he say. So
I've known Paris Hilton from the time she's 12.
She's hot.
Her parents are friends of mine, and the first time I saw her, she walked into the room and said, "Who the hell is that?"
Did you want to bang her?
She is well, at 12, I wasn't interested. I've never been into that.
Right.
They've sort of always stuck around that 25 category.
I
But
saw
even at 12,
her
you were kind of
always.
like, wow,
I
she's
saw
hot.
her at 12. She was beautiful. But honestly, Paris gets knocked and this and that, but she's very beautiful. Her
Is she
skin
dumb?
is flawless. She's dumb like a fox.
Have you seen the video, the sex video?
I have seen it.
You did. What'd you do? You went on the internet?
it was just
How did you see that? What did you do?
Melania showed it to me.
She did?
She showed it to me.
What did you think of that? Did you think-
I think it's probably unfortunate, and perhaps it made.
That's crazy. Him and
Wow.
Melania out there up in the
Melania, talking
bedroom
about
watching.
Melania. Yeah, he said Melania showed it to me. Like, she's the one that showed
Yeah, like they in bed
it to
looking
me.
at it together and stuff. Like, what is going on? But yeah, I mean, this just goes to show what a creep Donald Trump has always been. It ain't like, he hid it. Now he's trying to cover it up. But back in the day, that's what he thrived off of, people knowing how much of a creep he is.
Well, apparently that's how he came up.
Yeah,
According to this,
yeah.
documentary, well, this little, I wouldn't call it a documentary, but according to this video clip, he was poor because he bankrupted the money that his father gave him. And so he had to come up some kind of way. I always was under the impression that he just, that's the reason why he went into the casino business. But it looked like he went into more than the casino business also, which he bankrupted his casinos also. And that leads me to another part of this. If you really look at his track record and look and see, if you really do your homework and do the research on him, this guy is not a businessman. He's filed bankruptcy numerous of times. He's lost, money so many different times. Even the grift that he have now, like he's selling those tennis shoes,
I've known Paris.
watches, and just being a grifter in chief while he's in office. And so no other president in history has ever grifted off of the American public like this guy is doing. And no one is saying anything about it. And really, it's supposed to be against the law to make money off of the presidency. But I
Right.
guess because his name is Agent Orange, he can get away with anything, him and his administration. They seem to think that.
And they seem to be doing it too.
For right now.
For right now.
For
And you
right
know
now.
what?
Yeah.
So we'll just continue debunking and exposing until
Yeah.
until the time is right. His time is up.
Right. Until we start seeing some documents.
Some real
some
documents.
real documents of indictments. And I know the administration feel very comfortable with breaking the law because they feel like that they're going to get a pardon. But if they break, they better be careful where they breaking these laws at, because the states can come after them for some of the things that they're doing. If they're breaking laws in different states, you can't get a pardon when you commit a law and you get charged in the state. Hey Karen, thank you for being here today. Hello to you, reversing high blood pressure. And so Kantuka said that Trump is all about himself, a guy that should not be allowed to run for president. He was bought or have something on people following him. The judges across the country are letting him move forward. Yeah, they seem to be able to let him move forward.
Right.
But the good thing about that, though, Trump is not going to be in office forever, and so
exactly.
The next president, he's going to be able to take advantage of all those benefits that they're
that Trump is enjoying right now.
That Trump is enjoying and that they're providing for him right now. So they can't go back and change the law since they put it down in the law. But go ahead, Minion. I'll just continue to put the highlight them on the screen.
Oh, well, then the next thing that I guess we're going to be discussing, just to add a little extra context to what we just saw, where he was talking about Paris Hilton at 12 years old. Let's just show you exactly who Trump is. This is from him. This is not AI. And again, I sourced all this stuff offline, mainly Twitter, but some of this stuff is TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You can source this stuff from all over the web, guys. And like I always say, and in the words of my girl,
thought you knew better. Do your fucking research. Thought you knew.
Okay, so let's get to the next clip so you guys don't have to.
She does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Okay, Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
If I weren't happily married and, her father.
My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
By the way, your daughter.
She's beautiful.
Can I say this? A piece of ass.
Yeah.
She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
It's
She's
unbelievable.
tall. She's almost 6 feet.
You going up the escalator? I'm going to be dating her in 10 years. Can you believe it?
All right, guys. So that's Donald Trump and how he feels about his own little girl, Ivanka. Look at him trying to get her a kiss. Just disgusting.
I know. I feel like I need a shower. I really do. Yeah, right. Abe Lincoln, he is a jerk. And to talk about your daughter in this manner.
And to let other people call her a piece of ass and
not debunk any of that, not push back, but go ahead and agree with him.
Right.
Like what kind of father is that? About their own
to
child.
say the thing that you would have in common with your daughter is sex, and this is who our president is.
Right.
The person who has who wants to have sex in common with his daughter.
Right. So, child, y'all just make sure that you're being kind in the chat. Okay. Like I said, you can talk about the commentary all you want, but don't attack anybody in this chat and don't attack
y'all just mad because we are showing who Trump really is. That's all. Right. Y'all just mad. And I'm okay with y'all being mad because the more mad y'all get, the more I know I am saying exactly what needs to be said. I'm
Right.
pushing that button. The truth hurts. Y'all wouldn't be saying nothing if we was have proof talking shit that y'all could debunk, but y'all can't debunk this because it's the truth.
Hmm. And at the end of the day, like I said, you guys can have your own opinion in the chat, but don't spam our chat, because if you spam the chat, I'm gonna block you. And West Cruz, if you do your math, if you do the research on this, it's more Caucasian people getting EBT than it is black people. So I just want to go ahead and throw that out at you. Okay, y'all commit more crime than we do. Y'all collect more social benefits than we do. But you know, the news like to highlight us and make it look like it's us. But if you guys do your research, just do your research, you'll find out, who's taking advantage of America. And really, they taking advantage of you too. But
Right.
you're too blind to see.
and if you middle class, you the one that's getting hit the hardest.
That part.
So
Yeah.
you keep taking up for who you want to take up for.
Right. And
Oh, wow.
you're helping
Your own demise.
Yeah, you're helping your people. You really
And,
are. So
and
just
West
saying.
Cruz, you just feel like, you just want, if you don't like us that bad, why you on here making comments that you want to make derogatory and nasty comments? If you don't like
But
us so
no,
bad,
you
go
right.
to another
We ain't
channel.
got to explain nothing because
Yeah,
it's
we don't.
funny to me.
Yeah.
It's really funny to me the fact that we pushing their nerves.
They're getting pressed, baby.
Yeah,
They getting pressed.
The more facts we pull out, the
Yeah.
harder they try to hit.
And the whole thing about it, somebody put it in the chat. I do hope they understand Trump was a Democrat once upon a time. He actually gave Bill Clinton money for his campaign. He gave Hillary Clinton money for her campaign, and so and numerous other Democrats. So he decided that he was going to run for Republican because he said that y'all wasn't smart enough to figure it out. And if he was going to win, he was going to be able to win on the Republican side because he could tell you guys anything and you'll believe it. And I'd be damned if he wasn't right.
Yep. Anything that they say, he say.
She does have a very.
You know what? Enough on Trump, y'all. I know y'all tired of us talking about Trump, so we gonna lay off of Trump for a little while. And we gonna go ahead and get into the administration. So let's give Trump a break and let's get into this embarrassment that they call the administration. First off, look at Cray Cray in the middle, who's supposed to be the chief of staff.
No more wire hangers.
She leading the pack.
Baby, this look like the Crip Keeper crew.
This look like one of those sitcoms like The Office, like a joke, a comedy sketch. This is what this look like.
Right.
A parody of an actual presidential administration.
Right.
Y'all look like fucking jokes.
And this is what they're proud of. This is what you all are proud of. This is your administration. You got one sitting there looking like the lady from the movie No More Wire Hangers.
Mommy Dearest.
Yeah.
Mommy Dearest. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
And the rest of them sitting there and standing like, is this what we supposed to do? Are we standing right? Is this what we supposed to do? What else do we supposed to do? Mommy Dearest.
Right.
Look, come on, let's keep going in because they get mad now. Let's get. Oh, is that
the 25-year-old that looked like she 85?
Okay, is that grandma?
And look at the line. And look at the line on the top of her lips. Look like there are a whole bunch of, you know how people put needles and you end up, having those little black red spots when you put needles in your mouth. Look like she got a whole lot.
Now leave her alone. Listen, she won't lips like black people, so just leave her alone and let her try to get our lips, okay? Because that's what that is.
Wait a minute, but
she got crow's
they don't like
in
us.
The front and the back.
I know they don't like us, but they want to be like us. They're not like us, but they want to be like us. So that's what those marks are for. I know, but she
got
bless her heart. But bless her heart, though, she's so young and she already looked like she's, a senior citizen. She looked like she can collect Social Security tomorrow.
She looked like she got a whole row
Look at
of her top lip injections.
Right.
Like they just shot a perimeter, the whole perimeter.
Yeah, just look horrible. Ugh.
That looked contagious, actually. It looked like
Contagious from Botox?
It don't even look at this. Don't look like a good Botox job then, because her lips look, or maybe it's because look, it's like it's the wobbly unevenness of it. I don't know.
And look at the little blister.
Look at this little.
Yeah, right there, man. Right there, them little blister bumps.
And then this, and then you got this, and then this, and then you got all this over here. Like, this too much. This not a cute look. This not a good look.
Not for 20. Not for somebody. What is she? 25, 27, or something like that. And when you're that young, you don't need no plastic surgery at 20 something. Come on now, Chief. Come on, man.
She ain't doing the right skincare, because ain't no way 25 years old her smile line should be this deep.
Right.
This is 40, 50. Nah, I'm sorry. And then you got this batshit crazy looking woman. Look at these eyes.
That's the chief of staff.
This the chief of staff. She out here looking like Patel.
Right. That part.
Cockeyed of cash. This is crazy. This is crazy that they did these photo shoots and did this to these people like this.
Right. Well, he said he was trying to catch their essence.
This is definitely their essence.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We gonna go through these pictures. But yeah, guys, come on now.
That's hillbilly elegy.
And look at
remember,
these lips.
Remember, that's the book he had. It's called hillbilly elegy.
Look
and
at
that's
these
exactly
lips.
what he looked like. I know, crumbs.
What is this?
I don't know.
What is all of this? Yeah.
Wow.
Them photographers did them wrong.
Wow.
Because Lord Jesus. Well, them hillbillies can relate to this. So this right up their alley. This make them feel like they one of them.
That part.
All right, child. So that is the administration. Horrible.
Hey, Minion.
Horrible.
Minion.
What's up?
Did you know it wasn't no black Santa Claus? Somebody said there ain't no Negro Santa Claus.
Oh man. Oh, don't tell me I'm depicting Santa Claus wrong.
Baby, you don't got the wrong Santa Claus. You should put a white Santa Claus. Yeah.
And West Cruz just keep right on putting these little things in here, little what call icons or whatever, calling us monkeys and all kind of derogatory stuff.
Who calling us monkeys? Because they're gonna get blocked.
Look like Santa Claus is
West
real.
Cruz. Look at his chat.
Okay, let me take him out of here, because like I said, you guys can have your own opinions, but
don't
attack
silence him so that he can continue to see all of the stuff that we continue to release. Because
well, that's what I'm doing. I'm timing them out in StreamYard, but StreamYard is actually blocking them, and I'm not trying. I push the time button, but it's blocking them. Maybe I should do it on my phone.
Because I want them to see all these facts.
Right.
Because they can say what they want to say. We could be monkeys. I'll be all that. I've been called worse by better.
But the thing is, you might not, I might not. I said what I said might not, but there are other people in our chat that it might offend. We have to keep thinking about our chat people too.
Yeah. Well,
Our chat is not pressed by that.
yeah.
Ain't nobody
Chat,
this
y'all
this
grow a
social media.
backbone.
Yeah, this social media, honey. You gotta have some thick skin for social media. So
These
let
people ain't
them
they
hurl
will never
all the
say none of that stuff to y'all in
if,
person. Like
there
they'll
you
never
go.
say none of that stuff to me in person. So I could care
Right.
less.
That part.
All right. So um let's get into wait, actually I want to show this video because I think that this is a very interesting video. Y'all let me know. This is from Al Gore. Um let me put it up real quick.
Our Constitution, written by our founders, is intended to protect us against a threat identical to Donald Trump, someone who seeks power at all costs to get more power. And I understand very well why it is wrong to compare Adolf Hitler's Third Reich to any other movement. It was uniquely evil, full stop. I get it. But there are important lessons from the history of that emergent evil, and here is one that I regard as essential. In the immediate aftermath of World War II, a small group of philosophers who had escaped Hitler's murderous regime returned to Germany and performed a kind of moral autopsy on the Third Reich. The most famous of the so-called Frankfurt School of philosophers was a man named Jürgen Habermas. He described how the Nazis, and I quote again, attacked the very heart of the distinction between true and false. End quote. The Trump administration is insisting on trying to create their own preferred version of reality. They say Ukraine attacked Russia instead of the other way around, and expect us to believe it. At home, they attack heroes who have defended our nation in war and against cyber attacks as traitors.
Yeah, so I thought that that was a very, very powerful little clip because it definitely encompasses this administration who would like us to believe anything that they say is the truth, while when you fact check it, everything is proven to be a lie. So, this is the same thing that they were doing back then.
Exactly.
And so, while you may feel like, that's extreme, we're in some extreme times. And I don't feel like that is overselling what we're experiencing right now.
I
All
agree
right.
with you. I agree with you. I don't feel like we're not making this up. We can't help it. This is what's in the news. And so we're going to report what's in the news. We're going to report what's on social media because this is what's going on today. And at the end of the day, don't get mad at us because we're just putting it out there. Because there's a lot of people don't really know what the truth is. And so that's why you need people like us to make sure we put that information out there so that everybody can be aware of what's going on. And then that way they can have an informed decision and make their minds up from that point.
Now, they claim to be so muscular, they want to have this muscular response to everything now, and they want to go wage war with Venezuela, even though we started off with pretty much I felt like we had came to a deal with Venezuela when we started deporting the people to the gulags in Venezuela. I thought that they were all buddy buddy, but now we're at war with them. So I don't know what happened from then to now, but now we're at war with Venezuela, and they want to have this muscular response by shooting down all these little bitty tiny boats, using hundreds and thousands of dollars of ammo to shoot down these little tiny boats, and then having to do it multiple times because they're too incompetent to actually get the damn boat shot the first damn time. So they got to go back 3 and 4 times and shit. But nevertheless, he claims that he's so manly, and they call him Daddy Trump. Well, let's look at what his biological son gets his little whiny ass on public TV to cry about how people talk about his father. Let's look at this sad, pathetic ass bullshit.
Anchor on CNN called my father a piece of...
That's right.
Piece of shh. Right. Look at that POS comment that you made, right? You might be an opinionated person, but you don't use profanity.
They're going to sue his ass up, beat the shit out of them, ripping the shit out of the sea. The son of a bitch.
Raise that fucking price. Listen, you motherfuckers.
You're not a child when it comes to calling people names.
Lion Ted. Lyen. Little Marco, crooked Hillary.
I mean, the manners, the lack of morals in society is awful.
Grab him by the pussy.
And honestly, I blame most of these politicians.
I guess I have been a politician.
The way they act are out of control. It's really the worst of the worst, Sean.
All right, guys. So yeah, that was a clip that I caught from Twitter, and it basically debunked everything that, you know, little whiny what was his name? Eric Trump was pretty much saying.
Yeah, that's Eric.
Yeah, he's trying to take up for his father, and his father out here running the book, just a real gangster with that mouth, reckless with that mouth, and he up there talking about people having decorum and manners, and shut your ass up. Okay, so again, guys, we're just showing you guys the footage, but as you guys can see, this is a family full of hypocrites. They want you to talk nice about them and to be nice and kind and never say anything bad about Trump. But while meantime, Trump is willing to go out and talk as reckless and as foul as he possibly can about any of his enemies or his alleged or perceived enemies. So and his son obviously isn't that muscular, because like, grow a fucking backbone. Why the fuck are you so pressed about somebody calling your dad what did he call him, a son of a bitch, or what? I don't even know what he said, but a piece of shit. Your dad is a piece of shit. Everybody knows. He probably knows he's a piece of shit. He probably thinks being called a piece of shit is a compliment.
Right. Because that's probably how he talked to him the whole time he was growing up. He didn't even hardly recognize Eric. Eric is just trying to get some attention, trying to make himself relevant. And it's the same thing that Trump used to do to his father. His niece, Mary Trump, she said that Trump used to always try to get attention from his father, because his father wanted his other brothers to take over the business. And the brother actually passed away. And the other brother, was on pharmaceuticals. And so Trump kind of got the position by default, but he was always doing things to try to be the apple of his father's eye. And that's the same thing that Eric is doing, because Trump never really did, recognize him that much. He kind of like was the black sheep of the family. So in my opinion, he's just up here talking for his father, just so that he can show, curry favor with him, and to let his dad know that he's on his side, and the hypocrisy of him talking about people talking bad and cursing when his dad is doing all of this cursing on the campaign trail in office. Trump has really defiled. He has really defiled the presidency. He has taken it down to the lowest of the low.
Right.
We've never had a president to talk so bad. We never had it's a shame now. If this president come on TV, you may have to take your kids. You may have to send your kids out the room, because you never know what's going to come out of his mouth. He doesn't know how to, talk politically correct, or either not even curse. So, you used to look up to the president. He was a person that, people aspired to be and to look up to. But baby, he got the bar all the way. He got the bar so low. It's on the floor at this point, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And I think it's because of Trump. He lowered the bar for everybody, all these new politicians and old politicians, to start adopting this new way of talking, where they use profanity and they talk reckless about their opponents. And I mean, this is just the new normal now. So, and that's thanks to Trump, 100%. because of Trump, people have lost all type of respect for the office. Like people just they just want to they want to be like Trump. So the more reckless you could talk like Trump, the better you are. Um, guys, we gonna get into some of these pictures because yes, we know that all the files were heavily redacted. In fact, most of the stuff was redacted, but we did, we went through some of the pictures, and these are just some of the pictures that we felt like were interesting enough for us to actually talk about. So, we see. Well, it's not so much interesting as just nasty. I mean, this just looks disgusting. They both look like they got an odor. Um, look at this. Look at Ghislaine. Oh, freak. She was out living her
Right.
best life.
She's just as bad as Epstein is, in my opinion, for her to be a woman.
And then you have this guy who is found at one of these Epstein parties, or in these photos. I'm sorry, in these Epstein photos. Now, what the hell is this going on,
Child? I don't know. I don't
And,
know.
and so I thought this was pretty interesting that they would have this man out there on the island dressed up like this. So never know what they got going in these little elite circles.
Why is he at the island? I thought they didn't like those type of people.
Right.
I thought they hated
Leave it
those
to
type of
them.
people. Yeah. I thought this ain't this an oxymoron, because I thought those
That
type
look
people
like
were.
Boy George.
Well, I thought those type
That
people were
really look
banned.
like Boy George.
It
Isn't
does,
that
but I
Boy
thought
George?
I don't know, but I thought these type of people were banned. They wasn't recognized, and they definitely shouldn't be around Agent Orange, because remember, he don't like those type people.
Well, evidently they like him. He's in the pictures.
Look at that dog. That dog say, "Please help me, help me, help me."
Please. Y'all don't know what I got to deal with.
the dog begging for some help.
If you need help, blink twice.
Right.
And we thought this was pretty
Cursier,
disgusting.
you're not showing your picture while you worried about our picture. And if you don't like what we're saying on the channel, then get the hell out of here. Go watch in the bushes. You don't have to be on this channel while
Yeah,
you
for
worried about
sure.
how we look and this and that, and others. For what? So that you can dox us? Because that's what that's all about. And what we're talking about is nothing that's not being talked about all over social media and all on the news. Like I said, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly. Yeah,
Hey,
that's y'all.
Desires and Decor.
Look, that's Trump's friend. Y'all mad? This Trump's friend.
Yeah, these Trump people, these
This
ain't our
Trump
folks.
best friend. This was Trump's bestie for 10 years. Man,
Right.
you mad at us?
Right, because we showing the evidence that Congress put out.
And remember, y'all, they hired over 1,000 federal agents to go through and make sure, take out all the stuff for Trump. So
Yeah.
just think about how many resources they have put in to making sure that none of the information about Trump
Spent over $1 million of your tax dollars to redact
at this
him
point,
out of the
probably more.
files. Yeah. But like I said, he spent the money for nothing, because Congress will be putting the evidence out. Okay.
And then he gonna try to pull some stupid ass stunt by putting Bill Clinton. And so, yeah, we gonna go through all the Bill Clinton photos that we were able to find. But I'm inclined to believe that if Bill Clinton was up in the bed in any type of sexual nature or positions or anything, that they would have released it. And so I feel like the stuff that they released, if this is the worst of the worst for Bill Clinton that they could possibly put out, then Bill Clinton, he should be fine. I mean, I don't know if this is all that they have on Bill Clinton, but I would imagine that if they was gonna try to pin this on Bill Clinton, they would have tried to put some more incriminating stuff. We got more incriminating pictures on Donald Trump before the Epstein Files. Yeah. Then pictures that we got on Bill Clinton. So I'm like,
those same Epstein files that he campaigned on that, I'm gonna release them. I'm gonna release the files. You release the files, all right, sir.
Yeah, so we gonna have to see what but if this is all they got, then I feel like Bill, he
Bill
good.
cool. They don't have any incriminating pictures of Bill Clinton, and Bill Clinton is not the president right now. Bill Clinton he already went through his scandal with Monica, so Bill say he ain't in this. Okay, don't put him in it. No, but yeah, it's like the DOJ trying to throw everything against the wall. You're like throwing spaghetti against the wall, to see what's gonna stick. Yeah, so let's put Michael Jackson and Diana Ross and Bill Clinton and everybody else that we can think of. Now we know him and Trump was best friends for 10 years. Where's Trump pictures at in this batch?
Yeah, because we gonna put a picture of Bill Clinton, Michael Jackson, and Diana Ross. Like they're supposed to show some wrong dude. Like we supposed.
You know, it is a lot of people that visit that island because this guy was, with the elite. So yeah, a lot of people went over there to do business with him. But at the end of the day, we don't see Bill in no compromising positions. He don't look like he's doing anything to me other than palling around with him.
This is, come on now. This is,
Chris Tucker.
They got Chris. They got Chris.
They had to put us in there. Somebody like us. They had to put somebody in there like us to make it look like, y'all won't. No, y'all was in there too. Some of y'all was in there too.
Yeah.
Well, let's look at what
Chris
Bill's
Tucker
response
let you know he
was.
was a freak. Chris Tucker tell you in a minute I was a freak.
Right.
Let's look at what Bill Clinton's response was.
Any comments on the alleged allegation of your connection with Jeffrey Epstein? No.
Bill Clinton said he ain't fazed by that shit. He said he started laughing. He like, I think the evidence. What'd he say? I think the evidence
speak for itself.
Speak for itself. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's exactly what I say. I feel like if that's the best that y'all can do, if that's the most y'all got on him, he good.
That pot.
All right.
And like I said, Bill done already been down this. He ain't, Bill say it is what it is. He ain't trying to deny nothing.
Yeah, like what you gonna do? I ain't do nothing against the law. All right. Oh yeah, and y'all, they got Chris Tucker up in here a few times, so we went ahead and included the pictures that they got of Chris Tucker. So the next thing that we're gonna talk about, this is what we're gonna start bringing in the facts, because we're getting towards the pretty much the closing of the show. Then we can start addressing all the comments and we can start chit-chatting and all that good stuff. Unless you see some comments that you want to address or you want to respond to. Okay, so let's keep it.
I think they're bad.
All right, so yeah, the next one is going to be where we are introducing our guy, what's his name? Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
Oh,
so Nicky Nick.
Oh, Nicky Nick. We about to show Nicky Nick, and he about to try to talk. He about to try to tell us about the black people in the crime rate compared to white people. So once we watch this clip, you guys are going to be able to see the facts off the Federal Bureau of Investigation's website. So we're going to see who y'all believe.
I think they're bad.
Who do you think commits the vast majority of the mass shootings?
I'm sure it's white people.
Right. So how do you feel about that?
I think that white people do more antisocial violence. I think black people participate in more gang violence. I think that's the difference.
What's the difference to the victims?
There's no difference to the victim, but it's a different kind of crime, and it's a different proportion also. Do you know what percentage of white people are school shooters?
I know that the vast majority of mass shootings in schools
He don't even know.
this century were perpetrated by young white men. And I'm
And
just
what proportion
I'm curious.
What proportion?
I'm curious whether your advice would be to people who have kids in
Wait,
these
is my
schools.
mic working?
What
proportion?
Should they avoid white people at school? Should people with the kids at school avoid young white men at school?
No.
Okay.
Do you know what per capita means? Do you know proportionality? There are more black people proportionally that engage in violent crime or are involved in gangs, especially in these major cities, than there are white people that are school shooters.
Now, mind you, this man ain't gonna tell you where he got that statistic from, because he made it up in his head. Just throw that out there.
Shooters compared to the entire white population, and everybody understands that.
Two-thirds of mass shootings at school perpetrated by white people.
But what proportion of white men commit school shootings? That's the question.
I've just told you. It's 60 to 65% of school shootings by white people.
You're telling me what proportion of school shootings are committed by white people. I'm saying what proportion of white people have committed school shootings. Are you playing dumb, or are you just not that smart?
What difference
What's
does
the
that make
difference?
to the children lying dead on the ground?
See, now you want to jump on the victims. The difference is you're asking, would you fear white people or black people? And that's the difference. The difference is in terms
What I'm saying
of
to you is by your logic, if we now
What happened to it, Minion?
I think they're bad.
Who do you think commits the most?
Do you know what per capita means? Do you know proportionality? There are more black people proportionally that engage in violent crime or are involved in gangs, especially in these major cities, than there are white people that are school shooters compared to the entire white population. And everybody understands that.
Two-thirds of mass shootings at school perpetrated by white people.
But what proportion of white men commit school shootings? That's the question.
I've just told you. It's 60 to 65% of school shootings by white people.
You're telling me what proportion of school shootings are committed by white people. I'm saying what proportion of white people have committed school shootings. Are you playing dumb, or are you just not that smart?
What difference does that make to the children lying dead on the ground?
See, now you want to jump on the victims. The difference is you're asking, would you fear white people or black people? And that's the difference. The difference is in terms
What I'm saying
of
to you is by your logic, if we now have agreed that the vast majority of mass shootings in schools are committed by white people and predominantly young white men, then presumably your advice would be to avoid young white men because they perpetrate these massacres. But it won't be because they're white, right?
So are you playing dumb, or are you actually dumb?
Maybe
it's
I'm
about
dumb.
proportionality.
Maybe I'm dumb.
You are because you're, well, I don't think you are dumb. I think you're smart actually, but you're deliberately avoiding per capita. And everybody knows that's the difference.
Per capita.
What proportion of white men are school shooters? It's probably 0.00001%. What proportion of black men have committed violent crimes? It's probably like 5%. I don't know what it is off the top of my head, but it's very high. And I would add to that, even as it concerns schools, why do you think parents pay a super high property tax to live in a school district where there's white people? Because they know that if they go to the black school, it's going to be the Bloods and the Crips. It's going to be gangs. It's going to be, you talk about school shootings. Nobody talks about all the school shootings that are committed by gangbangers.
Okay, so he is still just saying a whole bunch of stuff, but none of it is based in actual numbers, statistics. So I know you guys may think it sounds good and he sound like he know what he's talking about, because it feels good to hear somebody affirm your belief system. But let's just let this play out and we will get into our response. and where we show you actual numbers.
And he's sticking his chest out when he said, so he's actually sounded very convincing, and just sticking out his chest while he spew out this BS.
Right. But we're gonna let him cook
in and around the school
and
all the other violence that's associated with that. I mean, these schools in the south side of Chicago, it's just not.
I have an answer for you, Nick. So the proportion of the population who carry out mass shootings is actually the same for black and white.
For white people, the proportion of not
per capita.
Again, are you hearing it? No.
See, the trouble with statistics is a lot of them don't bear much scrutiny. We have a bunch of fact checkers checking all this in real time, because you do have a tendency to just come out with a lot of old baloney. And when you say, well, it's true. And when you're confronted with reality, you don't like it.
What's the figure? What proportion of white people have committed school shootings? With white people as the denominator and white people that have committed school shootings as the numerator, what's that percentage?
For both black and whites, the proportion of the population who carry out mass shootings generally is about the same.
No. Tell me the number, and then
the only focus of your attention is the black.
You should have had
the black crime. You don't.
First off, if you're gonna go up against somebody debating, you should have already had that information fact checked, and you should have already logged that information so you know it. When you ask the question, you don't ask a question that you don't know the answer to.
Well, apparently you do. If you Nick Fuentes, and really he just keep trying to deflect and bring it back around to black people, because a lot of those are just dog whistle and code words that he's using, and unfortunately people can do dog whistles and code words in America, and people will people hear those words, and it makes them feel some type of that's what they latch on to, is the code words and the dog whistles. But very few people do research. They just go by with what they hear.
Want to live around black people, you want to avoid black people.
Bad.
You don't.
Go ahead. My bad.
I just want to say, I live in Washington, D.C. Let you know, Bloods and Crips are not as strong as they used to be. They are out of, Bloods and Crips are damn near, extinct. Gangbangers are not going in schools shooting up with AKAs and all this stuff. You all are going to elementary schools, high schools, junior high, colleges with AKAs shooting up. Blacks don't, we can get the guns illegally, but you all have yours legally. Y'all could go purchase an AKA and just walk up in any school and just shoot up. And kids, it's like nobody. We, okay, blacks, we do have crime in our areas, but we ain't going around shooting up a whole school, locking it down and shooting up a whole school. Y'all shooting up a whole school. A whole school, not just a few
Church,
here or there.
School,
how many mass shootings?
Church, wherever they go,
right?
They
had one in Buffalo. Look, they went in Buffalo, shot up in the grocery store. Went to the church, shot up people in the restaurant. In the church. Went in the restaurant, shot up people in the restaurant. Shot up people in the school. How many blacks do you know that he could actually say that has gone up in any of those places and just shot up a bunch of people for no reason?
Well, see, that's the thing. That's what we say in the mass, with all the mass shootings that the white people are doing. They even not the little individual shootings that the black people do, because they do group, and black people do one individuals. So that's why he's saying it's pretty much the same thing. It's a wash.
Because every time they have a mass shooting, what happens? It goes back to Congress. They get into the House or the Senate, fussing about the gun laws. There ain't none of them going to the Senate or the House complaining about us shooting somebody and getting rid of the guns. It's always, every time a school shooting happen or a mass shooting happen, they back in Congress trying to get control of the guns. So, Nick, you need to do your research, my bro.
But we did it for him, and we're gonna talk about it in just about maybe 2 more minutes, and we're gonna get into what the real numbers say.
Interracial marriages or relationships that may produce black people. And yet, when I point out to you that there are many parts of crime in America where actually there's a majority of white people that perpetrate them, you don't care. You don't have any interest in that. It doesn't exercise your mind. Maybe because
no one's buying this. This
kids.
argument lost. No one is buying this. Everybody understands per capita, and people can even see what you race ahead and say, well, we're comparing the proportion of white and black school shooters. I said, no, compare the proportion of school shooters that are white versus violent criminals that are black, because that was the basis of the monologue, is that you're very likely, if you encounter black people or a young black man in the city, that you're going to be the victim of a violent crime, of a robbery, a mugging, a car theft, a carjacking, or a murder. That's the difference. And it's about proportionality. And everybody sees past that because we all live in reality. You want to talk about product of your environment. People that live in New York, Chicago, LA, we live in reality. We live in this environment and we see what it's like. And the threat, the danger in terms of probability it's not even comparable. And I would say this to your point. If you're in a high school and truly, if you see a white person who looks like a little autistic, he's got the SSRI scare and he reaches for a backpack, people joke and say, run. Similarly, if you see a jalopy pulling up with a bunch of black people in it and they got their pants around the ankles, you're going to run also. And I'm saying the same thing. The difference
is ignorant.
The latter happens much more often. It's much more common. You know, in Chicago, there's like 10,000 carjackings and car thefts every day. It's in the thousands. It happens all the time. How many mass shootings committed by autistic SSRI white people? I don't even know. I mean, it's probably in the single digits in the last decade in this city. That's the difference, and everybody knows
probably.
That.
I don't
you're really
know.
Just trying to carry water for liberal ideology. It's an ideological position.
Yeah, and look, he had that smug.
Okay, my thing is why they have to be artistic.
Right.
My thing, he keeps saying artistic. Artistics don't do all of that. So now you got, now you got the people thinking that anybody that's artistic is a murderer. Come on, man. Stop putting, you labeling, now you're labeling it artistic. And there's a lot of artistic people and children in this world that are not violent criminals. But now you put it out there, now anybody see somebody artistic, oh, they're a criminal. You're fear mongering certain titles that is not right. And I'm sorry, I have artistic grandchildren, and I took that very offensive when he said that artistic criminals and artistic this. No, they're not. You don't know what the word artistic means or the description of an artistic person.
Well,
I'm sorry, I had to get it out.
They have to have somebody to blame. And so that's what it is. Anytime anything goes on, instead of just pointing the finger to the person that does it, then a whole group of people have to be blamed, and a whole group of people have to be held accountable for one person's actions. He's absolutely Piers is right. It is most young white guys that go into these schools and unalive everybody kids because something is going on with them mentally, and I don't know if it's autism or neglect or they got some mental health issues or society within itself, all the above. But I do know this much: society is leaving these young people behind, and that's black and white, green, purple, yellow, orange, and whatever color. We America has a problem with our young boys and our young men, and they're getting lost. They're getting more lost and more lost day by day. And we need to figure out in America what we need to do to get these guys back on track, because it seems like everybody is depressed. Everybody want to resort to violence when they can't handle a social norm. Today you'll get killed for just, saying, when you're in school, you have to expect some type of bullying in school. Kids are cruel and they're going to make fun of you. And yes, all girls may not want to go out with you. All guys may not want to go out with you when it comes to the little girl side. But as a society as a whole, it's something going on that we're dropping the ball on our kids. And we need to find a solution instead of trying to point to this, that, and the other. We need to figure out what's going on with our kids and possibly put some counseling and put some more things into our schools to try to help our kids, because our kids are failing. They are failing by the wayside, and it's more and more of them failing every day. And you can't put a color on any of that. That's all kids are in all neighborhoods in all sectors. And I don't know if they online too much and they're living into the virtual world too much. I don't know what the problem is, but our young men and women, America is failing them socially.
Well, I mean, I think that we're failing black women as well, to be honest. I think we still got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
But I do think that one thing we can't deny is these numbers. And we're going to go through these numbers by category, and you guys are going to see that white people lead the charge in just about every category. All right. So starting with aggravated assault, as you guys can see, and this is all for year 2025, just so you guys know where it say, totals from December 2020 to December 2025. So y'all see the date right there. If I need to make it a little larger for y'all, for those in the back. All right.
Or the ones that need reading glasses.
Oh yeah, for the ones that ain't got the reading glasses on.
Yeah.
Let me do it about right there. That's good.
But yeah, here's the numbers and here's the facts. And even with looking at this, you're still gonna have people, oh, that's fake news and that's BS and that's not true. Well, this is the Trump administration because it's 2025. So we got the data all the way up into the Trump administration today. So this is what his people are putting out.
All right. So when we go to homicide, it looks like the blacks lead the charge on homicides. All right, so we'll give that to the blacks, and the whites got that, you know. Let's go down the rape. Oh, dang, that's more than half with the rape. Dang, white people definitely they on this one. So we got let's look at robbery. Okay, that makes sense. You know, black people are poor, so you know they more robbing. So yeah, the robbing. Okay, so we got it for the robbing. We got 2 for the whites, 2 for the blacks. All right, let's keep moving. Let's see here. Arson. Whites took it by a landslide over the blacks. Now, this not specified. This I don't know who they included in this. This might also be some whites too. They didn't want to put them all in the same category. You know, they ain't want to do them like that. So they said, let's just go ahead and put some of these. Let's split it up.
Okay.
All right.
You so funny.
Okay, so that's arson. Then we have burglary. See, not specified should not be leading the charge. But coming in right after is whites. Is whites. Hell, even unknown beat blacks in burglary.
No, we're doing all the crime now. I know that's not true. I know that's not true.
You're the unknown beat us.
Wow. It can't be true. Okay. No, it can't be true.
All right, let's see. Larceny theft. All right, not specified again, leading the charge. We got to figure out what this non-specified. We got to figure out who these people are.
When they did their report, whatever, whenever you know, like if something happens, like say for instance, you have an insurance claim, or you go down and make a police report, they ask you what your race is, and some people just prefer not to put that down, so they'll put they'll put other or non-specified or something. Well, they will put, not answering or just not putting anything on it. They leaving it blank, and so I feel like that's the reason why you got the non-specified.
And then well, you know what? We just gonna focus on the whites and the blacks. And
Yeah,
here the whites still took it.
Since that's what Nick is focused on.
See, right, since that's what Nick is focused on, then we're gonna focus on just, we're gonna compare apples to apples and oranges to oranges. So
Right.
whites and blacks, it looks like the whites still got us on the larceny theft by, it looks like by almost double. Well, motor vehicle, I know that's gonna be blacks, ain't it? Oh, nope.
Wow.
Nope.
You mean to tell me we not committing all these crimes that everybody's saying we committing?
Man, we still at the bottom.
Right.
Not the blacks at the bottom. Let's see animal cruelty. Maybe we got, oh, damn. Landslide victory.
I got a bone to pick with the damn news, because all these years I've been thinking that my people was just out here committing all type of heinous crimes. Lo and behold, it's the other side. I should have known it was projection, like everything else is.
Assistant promoter prostitution. Oh, look, the blacks almost neck and neck with the whites though when it comes to the prostitution. Now.
Well, that's don't coins involved in that. Now that's different. That's business.
Right.
That's business.
That part. That's a shared interest.
That's a shared interest. Yeah, it's a shared interest. Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Bribery. Damn. Whites got it again.
On what? On robbery?
On bribery.
Oh, bribery. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
counterfeit.
Hey, they got that sewn in. We only have a chance.
Man, counterfeit and forging. Oh, again, who's leading the charge?
Ooh. These facts ain't looking right. These facts ain't facting like I thought they were. I am totally shocked.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Okay, so. Yeah, credit card, auto, man. We still at the bottom, though. We still at the bottom. Criminal sexual contact.
We get that. No, you gotta remember, credit cards, we get denied all the time. That's why we ain't got all that credit card fraud.
Dang, white people are 3 times committing criminal sexual contact 3 times more than blacks are.
Wow.
Destruction, damage to properties. Again, whites over the blacks. Let's see, drug equipment violations. Damn. Again, almost 3 times more with the whites. Drug narcotic violations.
The heck out of here.
Again with the whites.
Are you serious? As much as they splatter us all on TV.
Yeah. Espionage. Dang, ain't nobody else. But wait. It's only 2, but
damn.
So explosives violations. So as you guys can see, and we can go down every last one of these. Export not specified. So I mean, extortion, blackmail, of course, y'all know who that is. So false citizenship. Even white people got more false citizenship.
Jail. And I don't know why this chat keep talking about we need to quantify the numbers and we need to multiply the black people. It's more the black people is only 13% population in America. So y'all, every other race got us beat on population. So within our population, it doesn't matter how many people is in our neighborhoods or whatever. We're looking at the statistics. We're looking at the numbers nationally and collectively. You guys are worse than we are. I'm just saying. Here's the facts.
Just period. The way you portray the black people on the way that Nick Fuentes would have had black people look is like if you look at the crime rates and the crime statistics, we're gonna be in first place on every line item, but doesn't look that way. In fact, it looks quite the opposite. So, regardless of what y'all talking about, which I don't even know what they talking about because I ain't even reading the chat, but these are just the numbers. This is just what the FBI produced. So if y'all got a problem with these numbers, take it up with the FBI.
And remember who he put in charge of the FBI. So this is their numbers from them, okay? Your administration.
Fight to avoid prosecution, gambling, of course. Black people are at the bottom of that too. So, for y'all to be making this thing hacking, of course, we know that ain't gonna be no damn body black. You know what I'm saying? So clearly, we not the only ones committing crimes. Is the moral of the story.
Clearly, we ain't the majority of the ones committing crimes. Hell.
Oh, and we ain't the majority.
No, we're the minority for real when it comes to the crimes. But if you let the news media tell it, and Nick Fuentes and MAGA and Congress, they'll swear it's the Democrats and the black people and the immigrants that's committing all of everything. But here it is in black and white, or is that blue and white, or black and white and blue?
It could be. We could make changes. You know.
Yeah, but here the facts are right here.
Right here. And if you want to go to the website
and the head and say FBI Crime Data Explorer. So if you don't believe us, look it up. Go to their page and look it up yourself.
So with that being said, I think that it concludes all the stuff that we had to talk about tonight. I think we talked
we said
about
that
a lot
together.
Woo.
Yeah, baby.
Look, I'm over here sweating.
But
Did y'all enjoy the show? Did y'all learn anything out of the content that we produced for y'all today? And then
I learned a lot.
Says, I don't know if dude, you don't understand math.
Well,
I don't know if
I learned something. I learned that my people ain't committing all these crimes.
I think so. I think that was definitely the moral of the story.
Right.
Is that in fact, like you said, we the minority committing these damn crimes.
Exactly.
So
but of course, we don't know math. Remember, we supposed to be the dummies and don't know math. Like they say, we supposed to be mad at math.
We didn't even do any math. All we did was recite the numbers. We didn't do any math. So that's why this was perfect for us, because we don't like to do math. So we went ahead and just went to the FBI's website and let them do the math for us.
And remember, all we could do is count our money. That's all we know. That's all the math we know. We'll know nothing else. Let y'all tell the story. We're stupid. We're dumb and uneducated. We have no clue. But we definitely know how to count our money, though. We can do that.
He just trolling.
That part.
What did he say? You don't know math. Okay. I'll catch the replay. Been churching all day. All right. Say a prayer for me and the crew. Exactly. You didn't do math. Exactly. So it's not my numbers. It's the FBI's numbers. Pam, who over the FBI is cockeyed. It's cockeyed Cash Patel's
Cash
numbers.
Patel.
Yeah.
And
it is.
And I know we didn't have Dan Bongino on here, but I'm interested. He said listen, y'all boy was so he was implicated so much and so bad it made Dan Bongino. How do you say his last name?
Bongino.
Bongino. It made Dan Bongino leave the CIA.
He said, "Oh no, you ain't."
He was just that disgusted. And because he had a up and close personal look at all of the files, And dude said he'd rather do podcasting than to be the head of the CIA. Is he the head of the CIA or
FBI?
I thought Cash Patel was over the FBI.
They both do it together.
Oh, they both doing it.
No,
he's
no.
the deputy.
Cash Patel is FBI. No. No,
Yeah,
one
they
is over
both
the
share the
CIA.
office.
There's two
Remember?
different.
You remember Bongino was like,
Bongino
me
did
and
something, but he did something different. Let me look it up. Bongino didn't. I know Cash Patel is over the FBI. I'm gonna check and see what Bongino did.
They work together, but they work together. The CIA,
they work
the
together
FBI,
with the FBI
and the Secret Service. All of them
but
work
he
together.
not with the CIA. He not with the CIA. He with
Yeah,
the
the
FBI.
FBI.
Bongino with the FBI though. Look it up so you can make sure I'm saying it right. While I'm saying it with my chest out. Okay. All right. And then also before we get up out of here, guys, and before we give our final words, I do want to kind of just share this.
Yes, he is the director of the FBI. Bongino he is the director of the FBI.
Okay. So yeah, let me play this video that I thought was pretty funny. Somebody did this video. I found it off Twitter of the pretty much the Vanity Fair photo shoot. So let me play it.
For nearly a year, you've called us names and made fun of us.
You've posted your memes and you've made your petty jokes. You've had your laughs at our expense.
But now, after the recent Vanity Fair piece, we think it's safe to say
You're a mute, minion.
Oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. I had stopped it early because I pressed on it again. My bad. All right. Well,
Well, replay it. I want to see it.
Replay it.
For nearly a year, you've called us names and made fun of us.
You've posted your memes and you've made your petty jokes. You've had your laughs at our expense.
But now, after the recent Vanity Fair piece, we think it's safe to say
it's safe to say
It's safe to say
you haven't taken it nearly far enough. Like, just look at us.
Like these lips and this skin, it's hideous. All this money spent and I still look like a lizard without lips.
I would kill for her lips. And why do I look so scared?
Worst of all, we're really not smart. Like, not one of us questioned why the photographer was so close to our faces. If we fumble one interview this bad, how can you trust us?
How can you trust us?
How can you trust us?
How can you trust us to run the most powerful country in the world?
Oh yeah.
That's a good question.
Okay.
Y'all know that was AI though. That was AI generated.
I know, but I still like it. It's a good question.
That is so funny. I thought that was hilarious. I meant to take the background music out, so hopefully we don't get no issues. But all right, guys. Final thoughts. We are done with all of the facts, all of the content that we wanted to share with you all today. So I guess I can start off. So I know that there's a lot of people in the comments, and I appreciate every last one of you guys for being here. One of the things I hope you guys take away from this live show is the fact that, you know, you can say that you support Trump, but ultimately you're going to have to live with the fact that you're supporting somebody who could be, if not just only covering up for a pedophile, potentially involved in that activity. And so, you know, is this where our country is, where we're willing to have somebody running the country who engages in this type of behavior, who talks the way that he talks, who has lowered the bar the way that he's lowered the bar? Like, I mean, I think we're better than this. It may have been fun and cute for y'all for a little while, but at some point we have to wake up and remember that this is actually the United States of America, and we can't be going around treating this like a fucking apprentice reality show. So, and not to mention the fact that our safety is at jeopardy as well. So do with that which y'all will. We are gonna keep bringing the facts, and I'm gonna hand it over to my co-host.
Well, I just want to say thank you everybody for joining us on the show. Whether you agree with us or not, I still say thank you for coming anyway. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channels, and don't forget to turn the notification bell on so that you'll know when we're going live, because this is not going to be the last show. It may be the last one for the month. We may take a break next week. I don't know. It just depends on how my partners feel. And it definitely it depends on, what Agent Orange is going to do, because I feel like he's unhinged now and it's not going to get any better. The more evidence come out, the more crazy shit we're going to see happening around the country. So everybody buckle up and get ready, because we're getting ready to go on a fantastic, I don't know if it's going to be fantastic, but we're definitely getting ready to go on a voyage. I don't know which direction we're going to go. I don't know what's going to come down the pipeline, but I don't think it's going to be anything good, because I feel like Agent Orange is pressed, and these files are making him more pressed. They're making him depressed. They're making him unhinged. He's up tweeting all night, day and night. And by the way, I heard Truth Social is in jeopardy also. I heard that they're the social media site. So he may have to get back on Twitter if he don't put some more money into his company, because his Truth Social is going down in the drain too, just like everything else, failed that he tries to do. But these people, I guess we had part of the 37% that support him in our chat. These are some of the people, which is the 37%. But do keep in mind,
They don't really have anything to do with their lives anyway, so they stay on YouTube all day looking for
right
to go troll.
But keep in mind, 37% is just 37% of the country. The rest of the country is not agreeing with this, and everybody just really need to band together. And like I said, make sure that you're up to date with your IDs. Make sure you're up to date with registering to vote, because we can change the direction of the country. We only have we're looking at about 9 months before November come of next year. What is that, 11 months? No, 13 months, because we're in December right now. So we're looking just be ready in November, the last of October and the beginning of November. Let's get ready to change the country around. So make sure you're up to date on your IDs and your voters registration, because I'd rather do shows to show good things that's happening in the country, because right now it's all doom and gloom in my opinion. But thank you, and have a great night, everybody, and Merry Christmas if we don't get to come back.
Oh yeah, Merry Christmas.
And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. But yeah, we might be back. I think,
You think we're gonna come back next week?
I don't have a problem with coming back.
Yeah. Well, we may. Who knows?
All right. Well, Fox, you gonna close us out?
Well, I learned a lot tonight. Some things I didn't know, some things I did know. And, so everybody learned something. And even from the chat, we learned some things, even from the chat. We know, where they stand, how they feel. And sometimes it's good to see how other people feel and actually get it from them, from the horse's mouth. You know how they say, well, the MAGAs feel this way or the MAGA feel that way. Well, now we're seeing how some of them actually feel, and they're actually showing who they really are. And that's okay, Sometimes they need to show themselves out in the world, and if this is how they feel and this is how they want to present themselves, and they feel that they are right and they feel that they feel good about it, then that's on them. I know how I feel about it. I know how I love the United States. I wouldn't want to be in any other country. even though, what we're going through, I still don't want to be in any other country. But, there's a lot of improvements on both sides that needs to be done. On both sides, the Democrats and the Republicans. There's a lot of improvements that need to be done. And we just can't sit back and keep pointing fingers at one and the other one is not doing as much either. So we have to make sure we balance it out to a certain degree. And there, and like she said, next week, we don't know because, depends on what the orange man going to do. The orange man, we don't know from day to day what he's going to wake up and feel like doing the next day. So, and, just like they're already protesting against him changing the Kennedy Center to his name, and everything don't have to be in his name. That's why all the different presidents don't have a whole bunch of things in their name.
Nor does he have the motherfucking right to come in to our house and defile the house the way that he has done. Nobody wants a billionaire's ballroom in the fucking White House. No regular, everyday American who works a 9 to 5 gives a fuck about a billionaire ballroom that they never gonna be able to enjoy. So that, in addition to the fact that he's pretty much, did you see the plaques that he put up under the president's names? It's just like he is
petty. Yeah, just
he is a piece
petty,
of
petulant
shit.
child. A petty, petulant child is what he's acting like in office, and everybody got to kiss his ass in order to just even keep their job. Let's not do their job. And he really believed that he's a king, and we don't have kings.
And I see people keep talking about the basketball court. Do you know how big a basketball court compared to what he's doing with this ballroom? The basketball court is in a yard. You're tearing down part of a building.
A basketball court don't touch nothing on the damn White House.
Not nothing of the White House.
It's not comparing at all. You're not comparing apples to apples. If he already fucked up the damn Rose Garden the first time that he went. It was in presidency, so he's already did shit to the fucking lawn. Don't get it twisted. It ain't like this is his first time making some type of aesthetic changes to the damn White House, but this is his first time being this brazen and going this far with the changes that he's made. Because nobody said nothing about the stuff that he did in the past and that he, with the changes that he did make. But no, you're not tearing down the 1/3 of the White House.
Right.
Melania's office was there. Melania was upset. He didn't even give a fuck about his own wife's office.
His own wife was upset.
Okay.
With him for doing
y'all
that.
Y'all come back. Y'all come back.
That's how much he did about his wife.
Well, at the end of the day, he don't feel like he has to get permission to put his name on a Kennedy Center that he had nothing to do with. To put his name to make a whole presidential wall and be very petty and put Joe Biden as an auto pen, as if he don't use an auto pen. We know he uses one also. An auto Sharpie, an auto Sharpie, and what adult writes with a damn Sharpie? But I digress on that part also. However, the people need to hold on.
He wants to put his name on the Kennedy Center.
But yeah, that's what I just said. People need to understand that we don't have kings in America. The White House is the people's house. It's not his house. So whatever changes you want to make, go to Mar-a-Lago, which they need to shut that down anyway.
Go put a billionaire ballroom on
go do all of that at Mar-a-Lago because the White House is not your house, sir. It's the people's house.
Foxy. Oh yeah.
Okay, he went ahead and he wanted to put his name on Kennedy Center. Remember when he first left the White House and he went to Mar-a-Lago, he wanted to put a helicopter pad in Mar-a-Lago. They said no. Okay, then he wanted to put his name on the airport there in Florida. They said no. So what make y'all think it's okay when these two areas, he wanted to change it to his name for the airport, a major airport hub in Florida. And they said no. The people there said no. Then they turned around and wanted to put a helipad in Mar-a-Lago. The people there say no. And look, Mar-a-Lago, that's where all the real rich billionaires and millionaires live at. And they said no. And then you're all sitting back saying, okay, they didn't go ahead and put a ballroom on the White House and put his name on the Kennedy Center. Come on, y'all. Let's look at this. Do that make any sense? And the only reason he's doing that because they took his name off everything else. There's nothing in New York that has his name on anymore. They tore down the casino in Atlantic City with his name not on it anymore. They took out, it's only 3 casinos, they still got his name on there. And they ain't even in bold print anymore. They're in small print.
And with the crypto scheme that he did,
but y'all sitting back now and saying, "Oh yeah, let him put his name help you in with your food shortage, your high price of the bills." How's that going to help you put money in your pocket? How anything that he does right now as a
nothing that he does benefits nobody.
To a point
Let me
you
tell
are
you,
making more money than you were before.
He done enriched himself
since January.
By, they say $5 billion. They say that this motherfucker didn't enrich himself by $5 billion. Do you know that?
He said y'all gonna enrich yourself by $5 million.
But he ain't do it from a service by providing a service to the people. He ain't do it by providing a product that people could use. He did it by scamming motherfuckers out their money for crypto. Some made up crypto. So
I want to see these same people in chat in 2026 when they cancel the health insurance, if they're going to say the same.
Well, he's still grifting from MAGA, from some of these people that's in this chat. They get an email every week talking about the Democrats and crying. He's the most crying, petulant billionaire I ever saw, an unhappy billionaire I ever saw in my life. He got all the money, all the riches, all the gold, all the power, and he's still crying and he's still grifting. He'll send his supporters email. He still sends his supporters emails. He never stopped emailing them, even when he wasn't in office. When Joe Biden was the president, he was sending grifter emails telling his supporters to send him money. And guess what they was doing? They was sending him all that money. And just and exactly. all that money that they send, and all it's doing is helping him with his 100 court cases. Exactly. I think he got over 700 court cases in the system right now. And those good, smart people that reply to those emails, that's what their money is going towards. His court cases that he's where he's suing everybody. But hey, I guess it's their money. They can spend it however they want to.
And also, if he's so grand of a president, when he had that birthday parade, why didn't that place should have been so packed that you couldn't even see the parade? You could, but you could. I digress.
Yeah, MAGA, y'all not supporting y'all boy like that, because why y'all embarrassing him when he be having these parades and when he be out in public?
He was in North Carolina and wasn't nobody there to listen to him.
Yeah, he be getting booed at the theater and shit, and like nowhere he go, he gets shown love. But MAGA is so good. Where the fuck y'all be at? Right, y'all be leaving him.
Y'all leaving him behind. Don't leave him behind. Yeah, they leaving him behind, baby. Yeah. He want to play his greatest hits at all his rallies. And, we didn't even get to talk about the speech that he gave Friday night. That shit was so unhinged and deranged and crazy.
You know what? Maybe we'll listen to the whole speech on the next show. That'll be
on the next show, and just critique the speech, because he was. Man, baby, listen. These drugs that they talking about that's been coming into America, allegedly.
I know they can never say Sleepy Joe no more. When we baby. Got Donald Trump.
Right.
This
can somebody say Ritalin?
Lord, I don't know what kind of days medicine he be on, but
Baby, sometimes he's sleeping during all the meetings. The man fell out in his office. Why he looked like he didn't know what was going on? He was there doing the mannequin challenge while a soldier fell out in the office, and it was like he didn't have no concern. He didn't know what to do, and he was trying to take a nap until the man fell out, and that's what really woke him up.
You're right, and he was really kind of mad that the man chose that time to fall out because he was really just about to get to his sleep. He was
messing up his nap during the day.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, it's been good. It's been real. It's been fun. And we're gonna see you guys. I guess it looked like the team want to come back next week. So after Christmas, we'll come back next week. Sometime maybe next weekend or something, and we have to figure out our days because we know New Year's Eve is coming up also. So we'll try to maybe get one more show in before the new year.
Yeah, one more show. But yeah, this for y'all. This for the MAGAs. I hope y'all appreciate me. I'm trying to,
look at
extend the olive branch.
You look so good.
Let me make sure I
you look so good.
Hold on, let me make sure I make his hands the right size. We gotta make sure his hands.
I love that hair. It's the hair for me. Okay. The hair is everything.
The hair is, y'all. Just
did your animes get a transplant too?
Is my hands the right size, guys? Just
let's
let me
see.
know.
Let's see.
Is the hands good? The hands good.
Step back a little bit. Step back so we can see. Step back a little bit so we can see your hands.
If I step back too much, okay, but yeah, these are my hands. So y'all think these hands look good?
Perfect.
These the right size?
That's perfect.
Okay. All right. And then should I is the head good?
West Cruz, I'm so
this
sad
is like the right size head.
Christmas.
Oh, look, they talk about do the dance. Hey,
that ain't the dance he do. You got, there you go. There you go. Be careful now.
That's the dance right there.
Wait a minute, your hair gonna fall.
Nobody, Trump.
Yeah,
nope.
Right. Your hair gonna fall off. Be careful now. Don't dip too low.
Yeah, y'all know Trump.
There you go. That was it. There you go.
That's the way to end the show. That's a great way to end the show.
Thank y'all for tuning in. We will see y'all on the next show. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe if y'all haven't done so to all the channels. I said what I said. Foxy 2, Roxy 3, Million the God, and of course OTR live show. And with that, guys, we are out.
Good night.
Yeah, you know what time it is. No scripts, no filters, no fear. We said what we said and meant that. Off the record, yeah, we keep it real. No filter, shit, we say what we feel. Politics, stories, truth on display. Come on, we talk that talk in our own way. Off the record, Minion the God, let's go. Foxy 2, Roxy 3, she go hard.
I swear on everything, that is exactly what he said right here in the studio. That is the funniest thing I have heard all week.
So hard, busy with the facts, she never miss. Nah, I said what I said, that's the twist. Off the record, yeah, come and catch the vibe. Where real ones talk and the truth survive. Late night truth, we don't just speak. We pull the roots from what they keep. From pain to progress, we light the flame. No spin, no script, we call it by name. Minion bring the vision, Foxy bring the flame. Lizzie drop a cease, it'll never be the same. I said what I said, say it loud, no shame. We take the truth global, remember the name. No apologies, no disguise. Just soul and purpose in our eyes. We move with power, bold and free. Say it loud, you gon' feel this energy. Oh, yeah. We said what we said. Off the record. Yeah. Yeah. Say what we said. Off the record.